Okay, so I have labelled up all of the plates, and I just want to show you those so you can see what has been done. Okay, so that plate there is going to be the one that doesn't have any dilution on it at all. What we would expect is that this will grow, huge numbers of bacteria, too much to be counted. So then, as we go along the plates, we can see we've got 0.1 or 10 to the minus 1. 0.01, so that's been diluted by 100 times. So the first plate is diluted by 10 times, then 100 times, then 1,000 times, then 10,000 times, then 100,000 times, 1,000,000 times, and then 10 to the all the way down. Okay, so we're going to end up being 10 to the minus 8 dilution. Okay, now when I actually make up the dilutions in here, okay, I will be able to take a ml of the bacterial solution, okay, place it in the first one, that will be my 10th dilution, and then I can immediately, using the same syringe and pipette tip, put it onto the next one, okay, and then the next one, and then the next one, so going down in step until I've done all 8 of those tubes, which will take me down to ready for this one here. Now, because I've done it that way, I will then be able to go from my last one, which is my most dilute one, okay, and put it straight onto this plate without having to use a different tip, because I've got the most dilute one on there. And then if I go into the next tube, which will be this one here, okay, then that one will not be affected because it's gone from dilute to more concentrated. And that's quite important, that we're going from dilute to more concentrated. And so we'll go back up through these, putting them on these plates in turn. So therefore, that means that what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stack these plates up in reverse order. So the most dilute one, that one at the top. So that one's the one that I'm going to be ready to use first, apart from this one, which is going to be my separate plate, which is the one which is just going to be the pure K12 without any dilution on it. Okay, so in total, you can see that I will have 9 plates there ready to go. Okay, now when I start to do this, I'm going to have to be pretty quiet, okay, because if I'm speaking, I'm pushing air out and therefore increasing the chance of contaminating the plates. So let's replace the camera, okay, back onto its rather elegant clamp stand. Okay, let's slide it in that way, okay, and tighten it up so you can see that. And make sure it's clamped and not going to fall flat on its face and slide everywhere. And also make sure I don't put it on the on-off button. There we go, I think we're in position. Okay, so stacking the plates in reverse order. 10 to the minus 8, 10 to the minus 7, minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. And then I've got this one that I'm going to do where I'm just going to be putting the bacteria as it is on the plate. So I am taking the lid off of this carefully, pulling this out, okay, having this ready, okay, and then I can start to shuffle this along. And Right, so that is the first plate, okay, and I'm just going to swirl the bacteria around on it so it's nice and evenly coated, and I'm going to stack that to that side because that one is done. Okay, and I'm talking again now because obviously I've got everything aseptic, that's got a lid on it. I will demonstrate taping these up in a bit. Okay, so the next step now is to take my 1 centimetre cubed, or get a fresh tip, take 1 centimetre cube from there, put it into the first one and go along. So I'm going to go, and this is what I need to make sure I remember, I'm going to go along that way and then along, no, I'll go along that way and then along that way. So this one is going to be my most dilute one. Okay, so you need to get another pipette tip out. Okay, now with the pipette tips, I can shuffle it out to the end, and I can pull out the end because the end bit is not going into the bacteria. And obviously this doesn't need to be sterile because it's just pulling up the bacteria into the bottom part of the tip, and it's the bottom part of the tip that needs to stay sterile. Okay.